Day. It looks like a storm is coming, so hunker down, as they say, right? I want to give you a couple of updates. I sent out the etiquette survey to you, so what I need to know is, do you want to come to the lunch etiquette training, or do you want to come to dinner? Both are at the farm. Both require you to wear boardroom attire, and there's a pre-quiz for you to take to see how much you know a little bit about etiquette. Okay, so if you will respond to that this week and let me know. There's a place on there too if you have any allergies or dietary restrictions. It's usually a salad with dressing, coffee, tea, or water, a roll and butter, grilled chicken, potatoes, and grilled vegetables, and usually some sort of dessert. Lately it's either been ice cream or sorbet. So if you have dairy, nut, or meat issues, or you don't eat some of that, let me know and they can do an optional plate for you, okay? So the hour before it's training, I'll give you a little lesson on how to eat with a fork and cut American and European style, and some things to talk about when you're dining with executives. And then after that hour is over, I have invited guests from the community. Now I've invited a bit higher level guests for you to meet with. I'll put you at tables probably according to your major. So if somebody from Shaw's Marketing wants to meet with marketing majors, I'll try to group the marketing students together. You're going to sit at tables of 8, and it's going to seem like the most awful thing you ever did, and after it's over, you're going to be proud of yourself, and I'm going to be so proud of you too. You're going to really enjoy it. And a lot of people are trying to see how you're going to be to work with as an employee. So oftentimes they'll take you out to lunch and see how you treat the wait staff, if you over order or under order, or some of your mannerisms. That can tell a lot about your character. So it's important that we learn this skill before you enter the world of work. So do finish that survey. I added a new folder within Georgia View, Brightspace, D2L, whatever we're calling it, for your final resume and cover letter. I know some of you have posted them up there, but I looked at some of the letters today. There's still a lot of them that start every sentence with I, and still some tweaks you need to make in your resume. And I really think all your resumes need to be at least 2 pages, where you have some interest in activities, so we can see that you'd be a fine person to work with 8 hours or plus a day on there, and some references. So your final version is due September 30th, because remember, October 1st, I'm going to send you out who you're going to be doing your mock interview with. And the economy is good, meaning unemployment is really low, and everybody wants to interview the most number of students. I've got way more people to interview than probably the 86 of you need to talk to. So we've had a great response, and I think you're going to be interviewing with some wonderful people, and it could work into an immediate job for you. So go in thinking it's a mock interview, but know that I've had a couple of people already been offered jobs doing some similar things. All right, your LinkedIn profiles, I looked at those too. You didn't spend a lot of time on that, so let's go back and edit those, because the LinkedIn profile is the social media of the business world. That is what they're going to look at. So that needs to be edited as carefully as your resume and cover letter to present the best view of you we can get, because again, the better this looks, the higher the salary. Let me just bottom line this for you, and that's what we're going for, right? You get a good job and high pay, and the next business building is named after you, right? There you go. All right, and create your Purple Briefcase account. That is the online job portal. It's the Dalton State version of Monster.com or ChattanoogaHasJobs.com. And I'm going to get a roster later to give you credit for this. You are simply creating a username, password, and setting up your account. Hold that thought one second. Why I want you to remember this, though, you're eligible to use this as an alumni. So you move up the corporate world, you want to hire some DSC grads, you can post your company's jobs on there. Or if you want to look for a job, a different job, a better job after you graduate, as an alumni of Dalton State, you can still use Purple Briefcase. So you're going to want to keep this account.
Okay, I saw where we could upload a resume and cover letter, and I think a profile picture, I'm not sure. Do you want us to do that, or just put it on?
I want you to upload it too, because some employer might be looking and you might make a perfect match.
Okay, do you want me to set my profile to public?
Yes, set your profile to public. I want you to be able to turn down all the job opportunities so you get the best one. Okay? All right, questions? All right, let's talk about a skill you're going to need for your networking practice, which is Wednesday, September 26th. That's a mandatory class meeting. You've got that on your Georgia View, and in your syllabus you're going to wear boardroom attire to that. You're also going to wear boardroom attire to the etiquette lunch or dinner as well. So let's cover boardroom attire today. What do we mean by this? Okay, let's go back one slide. Did I talk about this? You need to start this well before you need a job. It takes a little while to get onboarded in the job market, and it takes time to get your clothing ready. And look at that, 23% of employers are now doing a skills test, either give you a computer-based test on ethics, your personality, your work style. So I want you to be prepared for those. Mary Ann Sasser, when she's the HR of the Spectra division of Shaw Industries, Inc., she's coming in October to talk to you, and she's going to talk to you a little bit about the computerized tests they make you do. But I want to talk to you today about getting your clothing ready. You've got a handout in front of you, and that is basically a shopping list for you to take to Belk or to Dillard's, wherever you want to go, all right, and get your clothes ready. If you don't follow the rules of dress, guess where your resume ends up to? If your resume's good, or cover letter's great, resume's edited, you get in the door, they call you for an interview. But if you show up wearing what you've got on today, I can't see you moving up the corporate ladder and in an executive position. I'm liable to just throw all this in the garbage, right, and not call you back, and the interview is going to be real short because I've already decided yes or no. So what do you want to look like? Authoritative. Why? What are we selling? We are selling your brain and your degree and how smart you are and how energetic and vibrant and ready to help this company. You want to be conservative. Why? Because the people who are going to hire you in the workplace are aged 20 to 80. You got to skew to the most conservative. Are you going to wear a matched suit every day and dress shoes? No, probably not. Maybe it's business casual, but when you dress formally, boardroom attire, meaning a matching coat and pants or a matching coat and skirt, it shows that you have respect for the people you are interviewing with. You respect their time. You are showing your highest degree of respect, and it shows you're competent. You know what to wear. So maybe you're not ready to meet with international executives, but if you look the part, maybe you get included in a meeting. Maybe you do move up the corporate ladder quicker because you have the right clothes. If you don't want to wear a business suit every day, we'll talk about a different major for you, right? So you know this sort of goes with what you're doing. Okay, 65% of bosses surveyed said clothing and appearance could be the deciding factor. When I look at your resumes, most of you have had work experience while you're in college, but for the most part, you got about the same business degree, the same coursework, some of the same references on there, the same computer skills. There's not much of a way on paper to differentiate you. You all look very good, but you don't look very different. So the deciding factor in you getting this job may be how you look. You judge people on appearances, whether you know you do or not, right? You look at somebody and you make an immediate impression. That's what employers do, and they don't have much to go on, so this could be the deciding factor for you. Okay, you hear business casual all the time. So business casual for gentlemen usually is a checkered long sleeve shirt, a polo shirt, khaki pants, and loafers. For women, a professional blouse, a sweater, dress pants, and maybe flat shoes, okay? That's business casual. That is not what we're talking about. We are talking about boardroom attire, a coat and pants or coat and skirt that match, that come together, okay? All right, suit colors, dark or neutral, solids or subtle prints. The coat and pants match. If I'm standing up here and I've got a really wide pinstripe suit and you guys and ladies in the back row can see it, I've worn the wrong thing, right? Here's what you want them to say when you come in for the interview. Perfect candidate. If they say, oh gosh, do you remember that candidate that came in that wild pinstripe suit or that red suit? If they make any comment about your clothing, you got it wrong. You want no comments. You want check, and then let's move on and find out what's in your head and how much I need to pay you to get your talents, okay? So the suit fit matters as well. My little favorite alteration man is Mr. Choey here in Dalton off Thornton. you may have to have your suit altered. You're going to buy it off the rack, and gentlemen, there's much discrimination. They're going to fix men's suits for free, and ladies, we typically have to pay for alterations. Sorry, you've got to change that in the future, okay? But some suits are sold as separates, meaning if you are larger on the top or the bottom, you can buy a different coat and pant size. Men, there's usually a 6 to 8 inch drop, so if you wear a 40 in the coat, it's likely to come with a 32 pants. A lot of the men's pants aren't hemmed, so you're going to have some alterations. So allow some time for that as you pick your suit. And I would say go to Belk, go to Dillard's, ladies go to Talbot's or Ann Taylor, whatever your favorite store. Some people have good luck at a resale shop. Men tend to have a little bit better luck than women there, I think, finding clothing and shoes. But you got to start on this, and remember, if you're required to wear this for several interviews, they call you back, you're probably going to need more than one suit where you can mix and match. So think about that as well. Too big, too small. Let's look on the next slide. Look on the left. Good? Okay. What's wrong with these on the right? From the 70s. Look at the vest. Okay. The vest, even if the suit comes with a vest, don't wear the vest. It used to be that only bankers wore the vest back in the 80s. Nobody does now. So if it comes with a vest, wear it with your blue jeans on the weekend. Don't wear it with your suit. Brown does not test well for women or men. The best colors are blue, gray, or some shades of that, and a light pinstripe. No black for men. I know. Either it tends to be high style or a funeral director. Now, women, you can get away with black because it gives you a little more power. It makes you look a little older, a little more mature. Okay, I got a navy suit today on, but I wear a lot of black for that reason. What about the white suit? What are they going to say if you walk in with that? Who was that crazy guy we interviewed in that white suit? What were they thinking? Right? That's not what we want to leave the impression with. All right, women, we can make mistakes too. Oh, let's talk about 2-button or 3-button. The 3 buttons tend to be not the traditional suit. You don't have, so this is a 2-button. I'm going to open it up. You see I've got a little bit more view of the shirt that I'm wearing under there. White shirt's better for both men and women. You're going to be nervous. You're not going to sleep well the night before the interview. This white shirt is almost like I'm in a camera club and I'm holding one of those reflectors under you, and it brightens up your face and the dark circles under your eyes. White tests better. And the 3-button doesn't look quite right. When in doubt, the Don Draper character on Mad Men always got it right. So go for John Hamm as Don Draper there, right? 2-button suits for men. You can wear the little square in your pocket if you want to. Marketing types, you tend to be a little bit more creative, so you can have a little pocket square, might even have a tie clip, might have a little more pattern to your hosiery that you're wearing. Okay? Jacket length. Okay, so when you hold your hands down, look where the jacket length. If you cup your fingers, you sort of, men in particular, you ought to be able to cup them over the end of the jacket. So don't get them too long and don't get them too short. Jim's Slack Shack in town is usually good, gentlemen, for a good price on a suit. Jim works with us a lot, and if you don't know how to tie a tie or you're not sure, he'll help you through that process. And it's not a sport coat. Sport coats for men tend to have buttons on the sleeve in contrasting colors. So you might have a blue blazer with gold buttons. That's not it. If the suit has buttons, they'll be the same color and blend in. And ladies, ours may or may not have buttons. Okay? Ladies, good. You can wear a skirt if you want to, or pants. And some of the suits for ladies will have a jacket, pants, and a skirt. That way you have 3 pieces and you can mix and match just a little bit. Conservative shoes. All right, what's wrong with their lady here in the jeans? Everything? She's got on jeans. She's wearing a big bag. She looks too casual. The top's a little low cut. What are we selling? What are we selling? The brain. Okay, that's what we're showcasing, the brain with the white shirt. What about the woman on the right in the jacket? Doesn't match, too short, buttons are distracting. Are the earrings distracting to you? Wait till she talks. They're going to dangle. They will hypnotize the interviewer, right? They won't even be able to make a job offer. Woman on the top is selling not a business degree, something else, right? And what about that shirt? What are they going to say after you leave the interview? Well, art major. What about that woman that wore that leopard top? If they say that about you, that is the kiss of death. You got it wrong. Okay, good skirt length at the knee or just below, but you need the jacket. What about the top one? No jacket? Loses a bit of the authority. These two ladies on the bottom, too short, not selling their brain, right? And what about these shoes? Okay, the shoes need to be closed toe, closed heel, conservative length. Why? They may interview me at Shaw or Mohawk, and I might take a plant tour. I might go around the plant. Can I walk in those shoes? No. All right, I don't normally do this, but I love you. What can I say? All right, if you take the jacket off, how much power did I just lose? A good bit, didn't it? Even if I've been to the gym, even if the deltoids look good, I have lost some power wearing the coat. No matter what the temperature in the room, do not remove the coat. Do not remove the coat. You need it. You need it. Keep it buttoned up while you're there. If you sit down, you can undo the buttons. I like a jacket a little bit bigger, ladies, so I don't have to worry about it pulling. I might buy a bigger size in the top just because I need a little room to move around. All right, pants. Most women tend to wear pants now. You see that a lot more. It is your preference. Bad, the guy up top. If he's a rap star, he's perfect, right? He looks great. Little too much clothes, a little too baggy, a little too fashion for the job interview. And I don't know if she's fashion or a bag lady. Either way, the look is wrong, isn't it? You know when it's wrong. Okay. You don't need my extreme pictures to know. Okay. Hose for women. No white hose unless the hospital you work for requires you to wear them. Okay. So you want to have neutral or opaque dark hose. But ladies, not leggings. They need to cover your whole foot and pattern. So if you're wearing hose, they need to be a neutral, sort of a contrasting color, so you sort of don't see them, that they make a clean line and that they match, okay? Men's socks. Okay, let's talk about this. With your suit, you're not wearing socks. These are hosiery. So when you go in Belk or you go in Marshalls or TJ Maxx, they're going to be hanging one pair by themselves on a rack, and they're from $8 to $12. And they're longer. So your men's hosiery are going to come up. Okay, if you've got gym socks on, they're right here, right? Or here. They're going to come up almost to the knee. So your men's hosiery, and you know why that is? Because when you cross your legs or you're sitting in a chair, we don't want to see any hair. No leg hair, okay? So your hosiery needs to come up a little higher. These are very nice socks. Usually they're a thinner material. They can have a slight pattern. That's what they're going to look like. Now don't wash these with the towels, okay? Not going to be a pretty outcome. They're going to look fuzzy. So you're going to take good care of these, buy you a couple of pair, and you're going to wash them with the dark clothes, okay? So they're going to come up tall. No socks, not a good look. Gym socks. What does that say? You don't know how to make the right decisions. Therefore, my assumption is you won't make the right decisions at work. They're picking up subtle clues from the clothes. The red socks, crazy? Crazy. Okay, Dalton says just mark that as crazy. Okay, we did. Move on. Shirts, white is always better. Yes, ma'am.
Sorry, I have a question.
No, yeah, ask any question. Stop me at any time.
Women's hose, do they have to, if they're wearing pants, do we have to?
Do you have to wear hose? Yeah.
If you're wearing pants?
Yeah, but I got on knee highs. Wear knee highs.
All right.
Voila. Right? Sometimes people wear those little bitty kind of almost hidden hose, but they don't always match up with your shoe right. And they provide a distraction, so I think you're better. You're better. Especially with a dark suit, if you don't wear hose, it looks a little crazy. In any type of print media, your eye always goes to the white. So if your skin is lighter than the suit you're wearing, you're going to sort of zero in on that. So you just kind of want a clean, sleek line without that contrast there. No vest, no crazy vest, no Hawaiian shirt, no turtleneck and corduroy coat. You're going to look like Sheldon and Leonard trying to dress up. Yes?
Just a solid tie, or have a little pattern.
Pattern. You know the ones that test good look like those prep school repeating color ties, sort of a red stripe, a blue stripe. There's one coming up. Let's see next slide. That one. If I were getting a tie and I were picking you out one, I'll get you that red tie right there. You look bright, you look colorful. You can go a little color with the tie, but get a current one. Okay, and tie's going to cost you just a little bit of money. Well, you can look on the sale rack, maybe check TJ Maxx or Marshall's, but a repeating stripe tie, okay, nothing with a pattern. Nothing. You go in with one with money? What about beer? Are they going to think you're thinking about work? Okay, no. Ties do better than a bow tie. I know they're trendy right now. The tie looks better. If you pick up any Fortune magazine and flip through and look at the Fortune 500 executives, that's the look we're going for, and that's what they're going to be wearing. Okay, now if you're called back for the second interview, maybe get a light blue shirt and a light gray shirt as your second shirt to wear, and get a different tie for your interview. Ladies, get two kinds of shirts, two different colors. You might get away with wearing the same suit again. Ties should hit the belt buckle. They should not be too long, crazy, or too short. Crazy, right? You're laughing, but remember this, you're going to have to practice tying them just a little bit to get that right. And if you are really tall, they make longer ties. So get the tie that works for you. Okay, a clip-on or one of those zip-up ties, not good. We have to learn to tie a tie. And I told you, please come by my office. I'll give you one of the ugliest ties you've ever seen. You can take it home. You can practice with it in front of the mirror. Don't mess up your good $40 tie. Come get one to practice with, okay? Ladies, fit matters. Get it altered. Not too baggy. Look how bad that looks with a coat, without a coat and the sleeves rolled up. And not too tight. You may have to get your clothing altered. Just prepare for that in the budget, because they make mass market sizes and nobody on the planet's the same size as the clothes come in. So you will have to plan on a little bit of alteration, I suspect. Belts for men. Okay. Black, or this sort of dark cordovan color is the color, sort of a burgundy looking, gold or silver belt. Okay, no bolo tie, no belt buckle, no Western clothing, no cowboy boots to the interview. You knew that. You're chuckling. All right. Okay. These may be your casual day shoes, sort of these dock or boat shoes or loafers. That is not boardroom attire. Boardroom attire looks like these, either a wingtip or a lace-up shoe. They're not going to be cheap. Go raid Grandpa's closet. He might have a pair that will fit you that you can use. Some people are wearing this sort of cordovan color. I see a lot of the light brown. I think you're better though if you get black, because you can wear black shoes with a gray suit, with a navy suit, and you will be fine. Okay? They will either lace up or have a little tassel like that. These are too casual. They won't look right with a suit. Again, folks will think you don't know what you're doing in dress, which translates to mean you don't know what you're doing in business. Perfect. Ladies, closed heel, closed toe, conservative. Yes, I know, they are a little ugly. That's what they are. They are work shoes. You are there to work. You are going to look appropriate. No high heels. You won't be able to balance. You can't take a tour. You can't walk fast. You give the impression that fashion's more important than work. No open toes, no open heels. You just need a good sturdy pair of work shoes. Flats are okay too if you want to wear flats. I say don't take a purse and don't take a briefcase. Take your Padfolio, your portfolio with a notepad in there. It's got your pen, your questions, extra copies of your resume, your business card. And I grab my car keys, and I usually just detach my Jeep key, stick it in my portfolio, and I don't even take my keys, and I don't take a purse. Put some lipstick on, have a breath mint in the car. You don't need anything, and you're not taking your phone in. If you carry a lot of material and you have to move from office to office, and you have to take a coat, you've seen our offices, we share, we got tiny offices. You fill up somebody's office, you've got to schlep all that stuff around. They're going to give you probably more materials. It's best to leave that in the car. If you're interviewing out of town, you are likely to carry your purse. You might even carry a briefcase. Gentlemen, a messenger bag in a good quality leather is fine. Match it to your shoes. No wild colors, okay? That would stick out. Jewelry. Okay, the rule is 5 pieces. If it dangles, you got to count it double. What have I got on? 1, 2, 3. That's it, okay? Really conservative. Wear a ring if you're married or want to wear a ring. Earrings if you want to. A conservative watch or Apple Watch, whatever. Even if you wear your Fitbit, they can talk about what kind of exercise do you like to do. That's okay, a conversation piece. If you have piercings in your face, take them out. The folks in the workplace from age 20 to 40 are going to love your piercings and tattoos, but remember, the people who hire you and the decision makers are sort of age 20 to 80. That farther into the range, the older folks are not going to buy this, okay? Yes, ma'am.
I heard that if you're married, you only wear like your band. Can you wear both, or do you just wear one?
You can wear both. I got both on. It's fine. It's fine. Nothing dangly though. And ladies, be careful about scarves. You've probably seen me wear a lot of scarves. I like them, but I tend to tie them. I was on a search committee and we interviewed for a president of the university I was working at the time. We interviewed a female candidate and I'm thinking, oh good, we're interviewing a female. There hadn't been many in higher ed at that time. She wore a scarf and she draped it through her lapel and it hung down and she tied knots in it. She got nervous and so she sawed on that scarf the entire time of the interview. I was absolutely hypnotized because all I could do was watch that scarf. I didn't hear a word she said and she fiddled with it, which signified, oh my goodness, she's nervous. Not exactly what you want to convey. So if your earrings are dangly, don't wear a dangly bracelet, a dangly necklace, because that is distracting. It's going to distract from the nice things you're saying. So when they say, tell me about your favorite course or some of your projects you did at Dalton State, they're really not going to listen to your great answer because all your bling is going to be distracting. All right, what's distracting about the woman at the top in the tan suit? Her belt, her jewelry, right? Skirt's a little short. What about the woman on the right? The buttons. Do the buttons distract you? Is she wearing a shirt? Oh goodness, I hope so. We're selling our brain. There you go. Very distracting. This guy?
Shirt's kind of striped, kind of.
It's plaid. The tie's not cinched up. Okay, if you get, gentlemen, where are my P90X, my weightlifter folks? Okay, if you got a pretty good size neck, buy the shirt to fit your neck. Even if the body's too big, you're going to poke all that in. If you still don't get your shirt big enough, they sell a little extender. So it looks like a little elastic loop in a button, and that you can make your shirt collar open up just a bit. But you got to cinch that tie up. Don't roll anything up. And look how crazy the vest looks. We see his belt, which is distracting, contrasting. I don't need to say anything about the woman in the red suit and the leopard blouse and the open-toe shoes, do I? Okay, very good. And our gentleman here. Look how short that tie is, too. Now, that may be okay for the runway or Milan or New York, but it is not going to fly in Dalton or Ringo or Cohutta. Okay. Okay, gentlemen, if you haven't done a lot of grooming, buy one of these ladies in the class a nice lunch and let her take you to the nail salon with her. Okay, we got to get the unibrow fixed. We got to shave, trim up the hair, get rid of the beard, get rid of the man bun. Don't cuss me. It's just what you got to do. I'm so sorry. fix the brow, nose and ear hair. Probably nobody's even going to tell you about that, but you probably need to check that, okay, and do something about it. All they want at these nail salons is money or a credit card. They will help you with all this. Do not be embarrassed, all right? Better yet, pick one of your classmates, take her and pay for her bill and yours too. You can get out for about, what, $60? Get both that done? Maybe? A little more? Depends on where you go, okay? All right, short, ladies, long hair, pull it back, pull it off your face. You look a little bit brighter, so pull it up or pull it back. Look how bright these ladies on the left look. They look ready for work, don't they? The lady on the top is high fashion or just woke up. Hard to say. Celebrities can get away with the Kool-Aid stripes in the hair. You will not be able to do that in the corporate offices of a Fortune 500 company. And that's really where I want to see you go. Okay? All right. Gentlemen, look at that short hair and no facial hair. These three could go to any executive meeting right now. The man on the top is what? What does he do for a living?
Sells used cars.
Sells used cars. Oh, gosh, okay. The very handsome model. He's a model. No substance, right? Okay. The man bun. You're interviewing with a titan of industry. He's 86. What's he going to say? Get out of my office, exactly. And what about this nice look? What is that called? Yeah. Or cat butt? Not good. Next. Okay, nails. I want to see that you can do some word processing and get to work. So no long fake fingernails, no long fingernails, no bright polish. Gentlemen, you need to go get a manicure too. You've been working on cars, hadn't you? Let's see your fingernails. They're rough, okay. One of the ladies on your row will take you to the nail salon with her to get those clean. And you're going to be shaking hands. So if they look like that, you've been changing the alternator, right, this week. We got to go get it, Dalton. We got to go get this done. Most of your job is going to be sitting at a terminal. You're going to be inputting data, looking at data. Your hands need to be work ready as well as your suit. Ladies, gentlemen, good? Enough said? What's wrong with the two ladies on the right? These may be perfectly fashionable and beautiful in the right situation. What does this tell you about the world of work? Do you foresee them to be filing and painting their nails when they should be working? Yeah, that's kind of what that tells you. Yeah? What?
No, I
And you're a food server, right? You're going to go work tonight at Texas Roadhouse. If you came at me with those fingernails, what am I thinking?
Oh, they'd send me home.
They'd send you home, and I'm going to be thinking they're not as tidy under there as maybe you. I just assumed Dalton served me with that grease on his hand, right? I'm not as worried about that. All right. Okay. Middle-aged ladies tend to be very sensitive to smell. So if you wear some Axe cologne, some Axe aftershave, body wash, hair gel, and hairspray, and you come in my office, I'm going to throw up. I am. I'm just allergic. I can't take that much scent, and many people can't. If you make the interviewer throw up, what are your chances of getting the job? It's less. It's much less than you probably think. So let's